On this Inside Line, we're checking out a very cool four-wheel drive van with my buddy Chris. Let's get to it.
This is my 2013 Ford E-350 van. It's a 12-passenger van. I have one of the seats taken out. I have 3 kids, a wife, and a dog, so we use this as our primary trip vehicle. I also use it as my daily driver because it is a good example of what we do at Ujoint Offroad with our suspension kits and van upfits. I've always been a van guy. At an early age, I played music, and then when I was in high school, I was constantly in bands and always hauling gear, so a van just made sense. I also daydreamed almost all the time in high school about traveling around and living out of a van and seeing the sights around the country, so a van made sense. Then I saw a four-wheel drive van, and that really hit the light bulb. At Ujoint Offroad, we've been building 4x4 van conversion kits since 2007. I built my first van while I was still living in California. Then I got a bunch of guys asking me for copies of the kit for our spring hangers. So we made a limited production run. They sold way better, way quicker than I thought they ever would. So I moved back to North Carolina in 2009 and started producing kits again and making more product to what we have now, which is another reason I built this van. This van is a great example of everything we make at Ujoint. It has our complete 6-inch four-wheel drive conversion, our bumpers, our side steps, our roof rack. Basically the full Ujoint catalog has been thrown at this van. So this van, I was bored one day sitting on the couch and I said, let me look on Marketplace and see what's out there. And this van popped up. It was local to us, which is crazy. Usually we have to travel to get the vans. The previous owner was kind enough to bring it to the shop for us to check it out. When it got to the shop, I realized it had some damage in the roof. There was a limb had fallen on it, so there was a little bit of damage on the roof. I told the guy, hey, I'm gonna have to fix this, and made him an offer that he refused. About 3 hours later, I got the phone call. He said, hey, I'll take your offer. I said, great, bring the van down. So first thing we did was send it to the body shop. We sent it to our buddies at Dark City Customs in Swannanoa. They fixed the roof, painted the roof, and then also painted the rockers and the flares. This is a stock silver, but the flares and the rockers are painted a Ford magnetic metallic. It has a 5.4 V8. That's the most common engine in the E-Series. They're easier to find. I love the V10s. I've had a V10 van, but they're getting to be really hard to find. Like I said, it's a 5.4 V8. Behind that is a 4R75 transmission that we removed and had it rebuild and conversion to four-wheel drive with a four-wheel drive tail housing and tail shaft. Behind that is the NV271 transfer case, 1350 CV drive shafts front and rear. The rear axle is stock. It's a stock semi-float Dana 60. We changed it to 488 gears and added a factory-style track lock. This van has what we would call a stage 2 front Dana 60 with the hub and brake conversion. So it started life as a 99 to 04, actually an 02 to 04 Dana 60. And from there we built it up with our crossover steering. It has a SpinTech hub conversion, which keeps it 8 on 170. It also has SSBC brakes, which are 8-piston caliper fronts. And we did a 488 gears and a Detroit True Track. This front bumper is our production FB002 all aluminum bumper we build in-house at our shop in North Carolina. Without the winch and the lights, it weighs about 65 pounds. It's got a worn VR12S winch. It's got Baja design lights. We've got a clear combo light and 2 amber floods. It's got our Ujoint Agency 6 fair lead, front receiver, and a Factor 55 thimble with some worn shackles. All of our bumpers come with a front OBA line and an Anderson plug. This is a worn Anderson plug. The biggest benefit of this is you don't have to get under the hood if you need to be jumped off or need to jump somebody else off. This gives you direct battery access. You can also run accessories off it, anything you can plug a Anderson plug into. Our new U-joint rear bumper has been in development for probably about 2 years, and we took a different design approach. It has a steel chassis, if you want to call it that, made out of 1/4-inch steel, and then it has an aluminum skin that slides over the steel frame. The rear bumper has dual swing outs. Driver's side swing out holds a spare tire. Nice design feature of that is you can still open the passenger side door without moving the tire. And then the passenger side swing has a Pelican box used for storage, stuff you don't want in the van. I use it for recovery gear, but you can basically put whatever you want back there. This is our regular body roof rack. We optioned this one to do full flooring on it, which is a neat thing. We dimple die of the 1/8-inch aluminum to floor the roof rack. We also have some Baja design lights up there and a bunch of tie-down points. So the flat deck is nice. It acts as a heat barrier also, which keeps the van cooler. That's a nice benefit. The ladder is from our friends at Luminess in California. This van has our 6-inch progressive leaf pack 4-wheel drive conversion. We use leaf springs at U-joint. We find them to be more reliable, robust, and we can get better steering angles, and we can place the axle where we want. A common question we get about our conversions is, why does the axle look so much forward? Reason for that is we can fit a bigger tire with less lift. The E-Series wheel wells are really small compared to a truck or a Jeep, so we need every bit of room we can get. So we move the axle forward 2 inches. It also helps with the differential clearance to the engine cross member, moves it further forward. For shocks on this van, we mix it up a little. We normally run a Fox 2.0 front and rear. This one I did a 2.0 reservoir front and a standard 2.0 in the back.
Okay, that's fine.
So we built this van around a set of the Nitto Recon Grapplers. The size is a 35, 1250, 18. We usually run 17s, so I had to go to an 18-inch wheel and find a new wheel, which I found a really nice wheel from Raceline that I like. The Recon Grappler's been great so far. I felt an immediate difference in handling and grip, and they're super quiet, which is always nice. Most of our customers don't want an aggressive tire. They just need a tire that's gonna be an all-around good performer, and that's what these are. These vans can get heavy, so having a properly rated tire is key. Normally run an E-rated tire. These are actually F-rated, which are even better. If you've got a van that's pushing 10, 11,000 pounds, you really need that peace of mind of knowing that your tires are up to the task. At U-joint, the biggest features of our kit is the way they drive and handle on the street, which is, to be honest, where most of these vans spend their life. So we run a 4.5-inch backspacing. That's ideal for our kit. That keeps the track nice and wide. It also lets you have full turn radius without getting into the leaf springs. Some wheels get up into the 4 3/4 range, but we try to stick to 4.5. It is getting more difficult to find wheels with the specs that we require. We run all of our electrical accessories through an sPOD. We mount it up in the dashboard. We have a switch panel up there, and then we mount the source under the hood. Great system. We've been using them for years, family-owned business, and we really like them. So 2 common questions that I get are cost and drivability. These vans handle way better lifted than they do stock. We do our 6-inch kit because it's the best package. We used to sell a 4-inch kit. We can still do a 4-inch kit, but I prefer not to because the 6-inch kit steers better, handles better, rides better, and articulates better under these vans. Stability is key for us. I live in the mountains of North Carolina. I drive curvy roads fast every single day. This van, I upgraded to a Hellwig front sway bar. It really tightens up the handling, but even with our standard sway bar, and 4x4 conversion, the vans are extremely stable. I had a guy comment on my Instagram page a few weeks ago, and he said, "Hey, I was following you home the other night, and I was amazed at how fast you were driving with no body roll." And that's just, anybody that takes a ride in one of our vans realizes usually within the first mile that these vans outperform what they're used to or what they expect, and especially any coil sprung van that's on the market today. Price is always a big question too. Our conversions in-house start at about $25,000. So you can get a van for $5,000, you can get a van for $20,000. It's gonna be about the same price for us to install a full turnkey conversion at our shop in North Carolina. So to recreate this van as you see it would be about $60,000 with us. So if you're interested in one of our van conversions or what we offer, you can check out ujointoffroad.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I try to post daily shop updates on Instagram, so if you're interested in what's going on in the shop, check us out. I don't live by a river. Again, for the 12th time.